I'm Jonathan, and I am the Dungeon Master for Nat 1 Heroes. If you're the horny crowd joining us tonight, just keep it civil in the chat, and maybe have a little sidebar if you want to talk about that sort of thing. But we understand it exists. We're not going to give you grief for it. But yeah, this is supposed to be more of an all ages thing minus some casual swearing. So, we play Dungeons and Dragons. It is, in my opinion, a collaborative storytelling game, and we have been working on telling a story thus far that I think is pretty damn neat. And I am joined by my players in an attempt at telling the story. I play every character except for the player characters, and the player characters are played by Jen, who plays Revenant, the interesting necromantic cleric, who's actually a pretty nice guy, even though he has his own agenda in what they're doing here. And there is also Ruin de Libre, who is played by Aisla, who I almost feel should have picked a barbarian. Like maybe we need to rework that just a little bit.
Multi-class, please.
Multi-class.
Ooh, take a little barbarian dip.
We'll sidebar on it later.
First soul to go with it,
that's what your great grandfather would have had,
or some werewolf skin. I mean,
yeah,
I know just the place.
No, you don't. You cured that guy.
Oh, damn it!
No, that was a good thing.
And we're so nice.
I knew you shouldn't have cured it.
But, you do things like smash a god in the face with a hammer, and it gets me wondering what kind of impulsive person does that.
It was an accident. The hammer flew out of my hands when I was trying a trick.
Yeah, you got drunk and then started trying to practice juggling.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that what everybody does? I wasn't juggling knives. It was a hammer.
Yes. And, of course, Mikey is playing the asshole druid, Zermos.
You're welcome.
And we won't betray exactly what character our guest player is playing as. That is too much whiskey in that Boilermaker. But we're okay.
It's good.
Yeah. We'll just sip that. We'll nurse that. That might be a 2-hour nurse.
Point of inspiration for everybody.
I'm not. There wasn't that much whiskey in it. I'm sorry. There's not that much whiskey in the bottle. Okay.
Hey Ben, I need you to get him another bottle. Stat.
Joke's on you, Jonathan. I wash my lucky socks and give one of them to Zermos.
Congratulations. He gets half a point of inspiration. It doesn't do a thing.
Damn it.
Now, our players have just aligned themselves with a local god of death, Monsieur d'Artagnan Mortier, in the city of Blasphemy, a floating city in the Empire. This is what's happened last time. And our players have had one bumbling failure after another in order to get to that point. And I would like to see what they fail at next time in order to move on. So, let's go.
Such a pep talk.
Yay. All right. How long would it have been before you guys started traveling down the city streets to find the bar that is on the back of the matchbook you were looking for?
What do you guys think?
Well, we went to bed, so I would say we'd get up in the morning to go do that. But I don't know.
You just got done with your meeting with Monsieur Mortier in the morning after your crepe breakfast.
Gotcha. There you go.
Because he's a classy man who owns a casino.
Right. I think we should wait until maybe lunchtime, because bars not so usually the morning hours are a thing.
Well, that's the thing. We don't really want to go there to get hammered. We kind of want to get there and pump people for information. So maybe we'll get the sober answers.
Yeah,
maybe if they're drunk, maybe they'll tell us more. I don't know.
We can always get them drinks. I guess
maybe you guys should start having this conversation in character.
Okay.
I have a question before we do that. Did Revenant have time before the meeting with Mortier to prepare any of his daily morning prepare stuff?
You walked back to find a headless man doing your laundry, and that's where we'll go.
No,
And this
so-
this headless man holds up your lucky socks and goes, "Roar."
like Revenant in the mornings, like sometimes tests his spells. Did he have time to do that?
we can go with yes retrospectively. But right now you are getting handed a pair of clean lucky socks.
Oh, he is going to put his lucky socks on. Oh, I should probably open Roll20. Oops.
Well, comrades, I think we should go find this bar.
Well, I don't need any more alcohol yet, but by all means.
Just to learn more things, Ermos, not to drink.
Right.
I mean, you can if you want to. I won't stop you. But
Well, I mean, if you're offering.
ready, pull out my flask.
So, Jonathan, when Revenant practiced Spare the Dying, did anything feel off?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Well, we best be on our way then. Come along. Choop, 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 choop. We're walking to the bar.
Mm-hmm. All right. The man in the elevator who has a head greets you all. Good evening, everyone. Well, I'm used to it being evening when people are in the casino. Good afternoon.
Hail and well met.
What floors?
Ground floor.
Lobby?
Ground floor coming up.
And what is your name, might I ask?
I'm Tyson.
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 It's a strong name. How long you been in the elevator business? Or shall I say?
Well, I was first a door greeter 5 years ago.
Oh, promotion.
And then I was promoted here 2 years ago. It is stable work. At least I don't have to work in the factories.
I imagine it has its ups and downs. And then I give him the elbow.
I was going to make that joke if you didn't.
What factory were you working in?
It's not me who's ever worked in a factory. My brother did, and he would come home reeking of saltpeter and just other things. It was awful.
Sounds dreadful.
Well, you know, he hated it a lot, and I just looked for other avenues of work, and this is what was available.
Well,
the casino pays well.
One would say that you're on a level above your brother.
Well, he is 6 feet under now, so yeah.
And we've reached Arkwood. I think this is our stop.
We have also reached the ground floor, and I am sure we will continue this some other time. I typically get off around 7 if you want to meet me at the bar, and we'll just kick back a few.
Sounds like a plan.
Look at Zermos making friends.
We'll put it on
He's married,
on your tab on account of that little awkwardness.
He's married. Just make sure you're clear on that. Not available.
I wasn't asking. I didn't.
No.
Does his wife not let him?
By the way, my name is Revenant. Just put everything you want on my tab.
Excuse me, Zimos, if you could not be a dick.
We actually had a company-wide meeting with poster boards of your faces on them and your likes and dislikes and things like that.
Probably mislabeled.
No, Monsieur Mortier actually said something along the lines of, and this one might try to pull some bullshit, watch for him.
Well, your first water is on me. But we must be going.
You're so generous, Zermos. You must come from a rich family.
Are you guys going to the desk at the front of the casino to pick up any of your weapons that you dropped off?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well, we didn't drop them. They took them, right?
Not
We
mine.
You
handed them
handed
over.
them over.
Right,
Remember-
but we had to, right? Like it wasn't a
Yeah.
choice.
Well, we could have just not gone in.
Right. There
Yeah,
we go.
that was
Okay.
an option.
Just checking.
Oh,
Of course.
I don't have the ticket. Please don't tell me we left the ticket upstairs.
I have my
And
ticket.
you see the cam head, this being with a camera for a head in a little suit, about 5 foot tall, looks up at you and pulls out a box and pulls out various items that have been cleaned and sharpened for you.
Ooh, excellent.
Oh,
And you guys get your inventory back.
Hey,
Bum, bum,
cheers,
bum,
mate.
bum.
thank you.
And it looks at the goblin bows and looks at you
You're keeping them for
Like-
firewood, mate.
and it nods.
It's so hard to find good burn wood.
Yep. Where are you guys going from here?
To the bar for Bellinis.
Okay, so you
After
step
brunch.
out for your coach.
Oh, is it far away?
No. It's just on the street waiting for you now. Like it knew that you needed to be here.
No, I mean the
This-
bar. Is the bar far away?
Do you know the address?
Yeah, we have it on the thing.
On the back of the matchbook.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh. I showed you that.
I guess we could show the dude with no head the thing so he can read it with his eyes.
That he doesn't have, yes. All right, you walk up to the headless coachman and he looks at the matchbook
Ugh.
and goes, "Mrrr," and nods his neck that has just a little metal plate covering up any gross holes.
Classy.
And he opens the door for you.
Milady?
And
Help
he
me,
offers his hand and sees that you're offering yours and stops.
Oh, I've got this one.
Mm.
And then I just kind of like pop my knee down like Captain Morgan, so Revenant can just hop up off my knee.
Revenant's going to not do that and just climb up on his own.
Roll me an
I'll
acrobatics
use your
check.
knee though. Don't worry. I don't want you to look bad with everyone else. I'm gonna use your knee.
I got a +3 in this. Let's go.
Natural one.
Oh,
And
fuck.
remember,
It
for
was
the
a
players,
10.
for everyone who's listening who's new, Revenant is a deep known and very short. What'd you say you got?
I got a 5.
A 5 plus 3?
Right?
Two plus
No,
three.
I got 2 + 3.
Oh, okay. So you just get a straight 5. You get in there, but you bonk your head on the way in, like
Yeah,
just on
fuck
the
hell.
couch, the cushion part of it. You embarrass yourself a little bit, not badly.
Look, just because I'm small doesn't mean I'll need people to help me out. I'm fine.
Well, I'm glad you took 45 minutes to get into the coach. Scoot over. You get the middle seat.
Fuck off.
There are seats sitting front to back, so it can sit 4 people.
But we're friends,
I'll
so we
sit
all sit on one
the
side.
back. It doesn't bother
You're all
me.
sitting on one side because Zerbos is used to that.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm taking up one row all to myself.
Just laid out. Just
Yeah, I'm just relaxing.
Okay, so you can't see anything. And the coachman starts going.
clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
And it's taken you a while to get there. Near as you can tell, this isn't a city or part of town. You're going back to the factory district. And we're going to swap over to a different scene. Leonard, the orc bartender, is polishing a glass and occasionally looking through a spyglass down the streets, listening to the radio, or the squawky, as it is called here.
Knee or something.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But now this is gonna put a little bit of pressure on Middleton and the rest of the Bucks. But is it pressure or is it no
Is
pressure?
somebody listening to something?
It's,
that?
I think there's no pressure for the Suns. You know,
No, well, I would say it's less for the Bucks because
Hold on.
Who is that?
That was me. Sorry, I was trying to open.
Okay, those were people at the bar just talking. Anyone wondering?
was
Just
like-
talking about things.
I thought
Listen
you
to
had
this one.
like pre-recorded shit
Yeah, I
for
was like,
the
oh,
thing. I was like, what the
cool.
fuck?
I was actually supposed to for tonight, but it didn't work out.
I just took care of that for
That
you.
was it. Wow.
Yep. And
Nailed it.
he leans over to a brass speaking tube.
Yeah, Yana.
Madame. Someone get the madame on the line. Yep. Madame,
Yes.
there's a coach coming up the way.
All right.
It looks to be Monsieur Mortier's coach.
All right. Well, ready yourself then.
You think he's got somebody nosing around here again?
May well be. Let's play it cool and find out.
All right. And our three heroes pull up to this old brick building. Red brick, big glass windows. And Arden, what does the sign on the outside say?
This is the Tattered Fishnets Tavern.
It is the Tattered Fishnets Tavern. Which is odd because you don't remember the matchbook saying that when you first looked at it. But it says that now.
Interesting.
Best lager in all of Blasphemy.
Yes. You guys go in, and there is an orc tending bar, and a few other people slumped over tables, empty tankards surrounding them. And the orc looks up at you three. Can I get you something?
Before Revenant responds, he's gonna look around for any statues.
And he looks around. When you're looking around, he's like, I'm the only bartender here. You do not see any statues in here.
Do you have any LPAs?
I have beer.
Just feeling nostalgic.
I have whiskey.
Whiskey, you say?
And I have what might be charitably referred to as wine.
Is it normally this busy this time of day?
And he looks at the other two people at the bar slumped over their tables, and he says, about right.
What's the strongest drink you can pour, mate?
Am I looking at a deep gnome or a forest gnome right now?
I'm a deep gnome, mate.
Then I'd recommend the whiskey.
All right, pour me 2 fingers of whiskey, mate. Yeah, and we'll
Rocks.
see where that takes me. Yeah.
And he, sure enough, pours you 2 fingers of whiskey in a glass with ice.
I'll take one of all the 3 things you said, but I'd like them in one glass. I'm feeling adventurous today.
One abomination for you, yes.
Yeah, not on the rocks, though.
And he, sure enough, makes it up. Shaken or stirred.
Yes.
And he shakes it, and he stirs it, and he hands it to you. And he, like, puts a pear slice on the glass.
You know, the more and more we go through this town, the more and more I'm actually starting to like it.
And you,
Zermos, actually,
Can
go
I have
ahead
a,
and drink.
can I have do you have like a soda that you put some cherry stuff in it for me?
The
Like a bubble
foxes.
water? Do you like a bubble water?
Oh
For some
no, you'll find that in places for children. We don't have that here.
Easy.
Doesn't everybody
That's-
have a child inside that they want to let out on occasion? Am I alone in this?
Brass Vein has a way of killing
Okay, fine. So I have some coffee.
literal and what?
You could put some whiskey in it if that'll make you happy. But it's it's 11 a.m.
I didn't know you had to go to work tomorrow morning, Ruin.
Well, no, just have to have some propriety, and especially around here. This place is creepy. If you don't hold your manners, what have you got?
Liquor.
I'm going to pour you a lemonade.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, take mine back. I will also have lemonade.
I'm still charging you for it.
I'll drink his. I'll drink his.
Okay. And he pours you 2 lemonade.
Thank you. This is delicious. Is this fresh made? Ground? Squeezed?
From a packet.
I
don't know.
I think somebody has to squeeze it at some point, but I just
Cool.
buy it from the factory.
Thank you.
And it's just this lemonade in a little bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice that the label on the front has a picture of Hefton giving a big thumbs up.
Oh, I know that
Hefton,
guy.
the half-ton halfling, who you met
Hefton-
previously.
He's our, oh goodness.
Your robot friend.
Yes. I like him so much.
Mhm.
So that lawyer guy,
Candelario Lampwick.
right? Yeah, I'm glad you can remember his name. Suggested this was a good place to get refreshment. Do you know him?
Never met him before. I don't know who you're talking about. Have no idea.
Do I believe him? Can I do a roll? I mean,
Okay, do a roll.
what is it, like insight?
Insight. We'll go with insight.
All right, cool. I'd like how about intimidation? That's better for me.
You can do
Okay.
insight or you can do sense motive. If you're doing intimidation, you have to do something that makes sense for intimidation. You don't
Yeah,
just
I'm
get
not
to say
super good.
what you're rolling. You have to tell me what you're doing, and I'll tell you what to roll.
That's fair. That's probably how this goes, huh? I don't see sense motive, so I'll just do insight, which gives me 0, but I got a 14, so we'll see what that does.
Mhm.
I think hearing the name of Candelario.
Yeah, because you're hearing this through the speaking tubes behind him.
Yeah, Willabrand's gonna come down and enter the main area and greet our friends. Greetings, travelers, some day drinkers. I'd love to see it. Where do you hail from?
Oh, hail and well met. My name is Ruin de Libre, and that's where I'm from. De Libre.
And you two?
I'm from outside the bar.
I'm from Brass Vein.
Yes, Nard, I know where you're from. We are well acquainted. And
he
I am
smiles
well
big.
aware you're from outside of the bar. I was thinking more a little bit further back than that.
I
but-
actually do have reason to believe that my parents. Let's not get into that.
Please forgive my companion. Zermos can be quite rude. I apologize.
Yes, and
He's
the
great once
small
you get to know
one
him.
who seems to be able to hold their liquor quite well.
Yeah, I'm from the newest addition to Blasphemy, a new town called Mointel.
Perhaps are you three the terrorists I've heard about on the Squawky?
You've heard of us?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Terrorist is a very strong word.
Well, I've yet to be proven wrong, but money's money. Can
No
I
press
ask
is bad
why
press,
you
sir.
come with so many questions? That if I am to have you as customers in my tavern, I would like to know that you are not a threat to business.
We can leave if we are so dangerous. Do we look dangerous? Do we look like terrorists?
I'm trying to look very not terroristy.
Describe for me what not terroristy looks like in Ruin's mind.
She's like smiling and trying to look relaxed. Like, look, I'm so normal.
Excuse me, what's your name, ma'am?
Willibrin is all you need to
Willibrin.
know.
So Willibrin, I would love to explain our side of the story, but it's somewhat classified for right now. So unfortunately, we can't clear up this big misunderstanding. But I can assure you that we are not dangerous people. We are just a bit abrasive and
So I see.
very, very new to this whole brace vein thing. So yeah.
Well, Willibrin, I'm wondering. You know us to be terrorists. You take our coin for your drink. If we are so ill thought of, why have us in here in the first place?
Well, to be fair, the media in Brassbane is not always the most reliable. However, you come in here asking questions, and surely I have a right to be cautious about who I allow into my establishment.
Oh yeah. I mean, certainly we want you to feel as comfortable as possible, and if we need to leave in order for that to happen, we will. But we do hope that you at least give us a chance. As to why we're asking so many questions, honestly, I'm gonna let Zumos explain. Actually, Ruin, you explain why.
Willibren, well, it makes much sense that you would want to be cautious with who is here, and it's clear that you have created a very wonderful establishment within your community, and this lemonade is delicious. So thank you for that. We were referred, maybe I would say here, by an associate, Mr. Candlewick. He suggested that this would be a good place for us to visit at some point. And if you had a way for us to speak maybe more privately, then possibly we could determine some other things about that.
Sure. Leonard, keep an eye on the door, please. I will take our
As
patron,
always, madame.
into the back room for a perhaps more private.
I mean, if you just wanted to take me to the back room, that would be fine.
Well, there is
That's,
another time.
Zermo shoots Nar to look like.
and he's like,
He's married. Fine. Everybody can come, whatever.
All right. So we all go to the back room. Okay. So
why are there whips and chains everywhere? No, I'm just kidding.
I knew I was gonna like it back here.
You need not know about my personal hobbies.
She pulled the curtain over it. No, never you mind.
all right. So you guys get to the upper level, and there is a large keg in the wall.
I think Willibran's
and
gonna
the
pour herself a mug of lager.
she acts like she's doing that, and she pulls the door
Okay.
of the keg open,
Gotcha.
and there is a back room with a few other people sitting around a table silently.
Do we know any of these people?
Yeah, what do they look like?
Yes, you do know one of them, actually.
Goliath. It seems
is not there.
Oh, Goliath is not there.
Goliath is not there.
Mm.
You see Rains, Tickles, and Ochre.
Mm.
And you guys see one of them is Wilhelm Thrasher, the guy who gave you the other matchbook, because you've had two people give you matchbooks to this place.
Yes.
All right, I need you three to take a seat. We have some questions that what has brought you snooping this deep into the rat's nest. Clearly, you know some of my associates if they've led you here intentionally.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't have a clipboard and a condescending nature, I'm sure we could have a fine conversation.
Can I give them the ground rules, madame?
Of course,
Says
please
the
do.
Thrasher. So no names in the rat's nest. It's as safe as we can make it, but you know, we can't guarantee that nobody's listening. So no names. You can't use names. We have code names here.
Okay.
Who makes the code names?
They just kind of arise.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Hold on, I'm gonna make code names for my peoples. Hold on, I got you.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, but I had things I was going to say.
Yes, brother, please go on.
Yeah, go on.
Well, the reason I gave these three a matchbook for this place is because they were asking details on how to kill Harold Gelfos. And I think that's pretty much in line with what we got going on here.
Perhaps. Do we know we can trust them? Do you trust them?
I mean, trust is a strong word in this city.
There.
I don't think they would sell us out for money.
That remains to be seen, but I will take your word for it for the time
I don't
being.
think money means a lot to them.
Nope.
Not so much.
We discuss things.
Except that one. Maybe money means a lot to him.
Before we discuss things, does anyone have a blindfold? My thoughts are not exactly private.
What do you
Blindfold?
mean?
And Revenant has his eyes shut because he's thinking about how Mortier can read his mind.
Okay.
Here,
no.
didgeridoo. Take my scarf. I'm sure I have some sort of cloth.
And then he's gonna tie it, and he's gonna make sure he can't see anyone.
Okay, so long as I guess he doesn't know what we look like. I mean, so yeah, I guess that's the main things I wanted to get out of here.
Well,
Yes, hammer
we have
pants.
a couple of agendas, and I'm just gonna be me and say them. Hopefully,
Yeah, that'd be
Ghost and
great.
Revenant will get mad. One, we're pretty upset about the whole brass vein thing. We're done. We're out of it, and so we've been advised that we might be able to do some good by getting the right kind of press, which Revenant's in charge of that. He can explain that if he wants to. And then I think we're gonna try to kill God, but I don't totally know what's happening with that.
Yep. And Willibrin, are you paying attention to the speaking tubes?
No. Should I be?
Roll me. I appreciate your honesty. Roll me perception.
Sure.
And you can all roll me perception.
Oh boy. Gosh, like
Oh fuck. I got
natural
5.
one.
Natural 2.
I'm the natural one tonight. Woohoo!
I have no modifiers for that either. So yeah.
What is
Wisdom.
Wisdom for 6.
I got 5.
I rolled
Total?
a 2.
Okay, I'm going to give you your last hope. And it's going to be the people around the table close to the speaking tubes.
Come on, Ochre. You're the smart one.
There is an odd voice on the speaking tube, says the golem at the table.
What does it say, Ochre?
We should... Yes! Hello, my good orc. It is good to see you. I am here doing my civic duty as a person who is a person and definitely not Trenchelt. How are you today? I'm fine. Yes. Have you seen any pictures of these three people going through this area? I am very suspicious.
Keep your mouth shut, Nard.
Never seen him before.
Good boy.
Really? Because a bum on the street said they came in here to buy a drink. Bums will say anything for coin. A most excellent point. We will not rip his brain out and devour it immediately. Thank you. And all right, guys, he just left. That was Trenchelt wearing a human face. I don't know if it was rubber, but I hope it was.
Christ. All right. Well, that name probably doesn't mean a lot. Fortuna. All right. So
do you guys know who Trenchelt is?
I don't recall that.
No.
So you know how like the mind flayers are mostly dead? Do you know about that at least?
Yeah, they were in that dude's freeze box.
Yeah,
He's the last one.
he's a mind flayer.
Yeah, and his title is the mouthpiece of the God King,
Oh, the snitch.
and he speaks for the God King.
That's who we want to kill.
You know, I've always wanted to dissect one of those.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the feeling's probably mutual.
So, as to your agenda, you'll find a lot of sympathizers here and in the city in general. I think not a lot of us are too fond of the God King, and in fact,
It's a damn powder keg.
the Rat's Nest is perhaps making plans on how to go about doing something about that. So you have definitely found the right place. Should we get into our plans, brother?
Certainly. Beans isn't here yet, though. He was supposed to be here 10 minutes ago. I'm worried because his message was that you know his message, and he hasn't appeared yet.
Where was he supposed to be last?
Well, he was at the palace last,
Fuck.
and Trenchelt was just snooping around.
You don't think he gave away anything, do you?
And you hear a little voice on the speaking tube. Madame,
Yes.
Beans is passed out at a table downstairs.
What?
He's just passed out in a beer. He came in this morning. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were expecting him.
Let's go. Can we send Nard needs to stay down. Let's send Reigns to go. We send him to go bring Beans up
All right.
here.
You guys see this chipper young woman hop up and run out, and she's got her hand on a dagger. She's clearly never used it in her life, but she's got it there anyway.
Nice.
And she runs down.
Thank
you
you,
hear-
Reigns.
You're welcome, madame.
Oh, and by the way, I got those names worked out.
Okay.
Wonderful.
That sounds
my
super
name?
important.
Hammer Pants.
Hammer pants?
Hammer Pants.
Hammer time.
Are you Hammer Pants?
No,
No.
no.
Didgeridoo. And Lermos.
You can't have a.
I think it's maybe antlers.
But that's
How about stag?
Stag?
Oh my god!
Okay.
That is wonderful. Thank you.
You guys
Brother
are giving
Thrasher.
you guys are giving him the most or identifying how many people are there in the world who Okay, so you know what? We're just gonna call
Well,
him
there's
Big
a
Red.
there's a group down at Maison du Soleil Levant on Tuesdays. And they yeah, they like antlers.
Yeah, it's stag night. Saw a poster as we were driving in.
I love Maisons.
I mean, who
It's
doesn't
so
look
great.
at look at set of antlers?
Yeah, from now on, I'm going to talk in a more general accent, just so people don't recognize my voice. Yeah, it's just going to be a change.
For a
Since
geek node, 2 drinks in,
anonymity.
you're pretty smart. I appreciate that.
Oh, cheers.
Yep. And
Alright.
Rains, the girl, comes back up with this tall, lanky man,
Hmm.
Beans, and he has a messenger bag with him.
So he's passed out, so we can just go through the bag. and
No,
search
he's awake now.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, madame. It was a rough night. Just it
Looks
really
like it.
was. So Cash was caught. And Trenchelt was coming down on us, right? And you know, if he gets your brain, he's got your memory, right?
Yeah.
And Cash had a broken leg, and Trenchelt was just right down the way.
I get it.
So
I get
he
it.
handed me a club and had me. Well,
Oh,
he wanted me to make sure there wasn't anything for him to take. So, yeah,
oh Christ.
it's been a
I'm
rough night.
so sorry, Beans. Beans,
I
why
slept-
don't you take a seat? Hey Nard, can we get a another full pint of lager up here for old Beans? I think he needs to drown.
I'm
his
going to
sorrows.
send him up a lemonade, madame. You did not see how much he had this morning.
I just kind of Zermo
I-
slides his lemonade across the table. You need it more than me, it would seem.
Fair enough.
He,
Laniers.
like drinks
like
it. Yes.
So
So there have been rumors about the God King. And well, you know, I think it might be a phylactery. I don't know. And he pulls out this large stone tablet that is written in a script you have never seen before.
I lean over to Ruin. What's a phylactery?
So, phylactery is usually what a lich uses to store his soul. Or wonder what a god would store inside a phylactery. Possibly. Go ahead, you'll tell us.
I don't know. All I know was that it's important, and technically I was supposed to guard it. That's my day job. I'm a member of the Royal Guard. I'm definitely not a member of the Royal Guard anymore after this. Oh, God.
Tickles, did you get fired?
No. Tickles didn't help me with this. It's just me,
Oh.
Bean, who did
Oh,
this.
Beans, right. I'm sorry. Right. Beans.
Tickles and I talked, and we needed to make sure we still had somebody on the inside after this.
Okay.
And we do straws. And technically Tickles lost, but I realize he's got a family and stuff. And I only got the cat,
We'll take
I mean,
care of you,
I love
Beans,
the
don't
cat.
worry.
I love the cat, but
I know you
it's
do.
not the same thing as a kid and wife. But
So we have a few options. I realize that our new friends here want to kill the God King. I think that might be a little ambitious for a first attempt at disarming the Ailton Empire. We here at the Rat's Nest thought we could set our sights a little lower for our first mission. The system that they use to absorb new cities, the like your mining town, what was it called?
It was
Mine
called
Top.
Mine Top.
Mine town. Many cities like yours have been claimed and added to Brassbane. We believe we have some understanding of how this happens. There seem to be coaches that are heavily guarded that are brought to the machine or the building or the island, whatever the thing is that does the deed. They seem to go there on nights before they aim to reclaim a land. We thought if we can capture one of those coaches, maybe we can capture one of the actuaries and interrogate them to get more information on how this functions and just shut that down so they at least can't reclaim any new cities for the time being. What do you think?
On game.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
No, you don't. You love being the bearer of bad news.
you know me so well.
Favorite thing.
How does that help me kill the bastard? I'm not interested in other cities and their plights. My city was stolen. My god is in danger. I want to kill him. I don't want to slow down his operations. I want to assault him. Do you have any idea of how we can do that?
Well, there were
Small
6 of
one.
these tablets. I was only able to get 1, though.
There are more. Small one.
Zumas, far be it from me to make any sort of
I'm
judgment call.
sorry. Who are you talking to?
Lumos. Wait,
Lenient.
can we retcon that? I actually, as a person, forgot
No,
that. But
it's real
Revenant
easy to slip up in that, so we'll just keep it.
Okay. Big Red.
I like
Right.
that one.
Far be it from me to make any sort of judgment call after all these drinks are just hitting me, fuck me dead. But if you fucking demoralize or show that the God King can be hurt in any sort of way and his plan stopped, it will show he's not all powerful and infallible, and it will weaken people's overall belief, which is being sapped from them subconsciously.
I like
Fuck,
this
that
one.
was a hard sentence to say.
Okay.
Small one knows what
And
you're talking
are you
about.
guys listening at the speaking tubes now?
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Ready.
Okay, there's a little ringing at the door.
Burrow.
Oh fuck, I am so exhausted. Ah, damn. Leonard, did they start already? They indeed have, Goliath. You're late. I had some business to attend to. I'm going up.
About time Goliath got here.
And the door to the rat's nest opens, and in pops Candelario Lampwick. Oh shit, you guys didn't waste any time getting here.
Goliath.
Hey, it's an inconspicuous name. It works. Thank you.
Thank you for sending your friends here without any forewarning. I had half a mind of killing them when they walked in the door, mentioning your name, asking questions. But
Oh,
Why would you want to kill us? We are so charming.
sorry about that. So I'm just back from Mine Top.
Oh, how is it?
They're talking about declaring war.
oh, Jesus Christ!
Well,
Side
no,
note, I found a really cool painting that had my dad in it. That was super cool.
Wait, they're declaring what? Oh my god, the head of the Grimlow Space to be taking care of this. What the fuck is going
Well,
on?
actually, it seemed to be the lady who used to be in charge was really pissed. And she was talking about being worried that they had killed you 3. So I let him know you were alive, and yeah, that
Wait.
seems to have calmed them down a bit.
Did
This
you
is
see
good.
Did you see a small pig?
No,
We gotta go back now. No one's been watching Truffles.
You're just gonna
Wait,
abandon the
you
mission
mean-
for a pig?
I don't know why I'm taking judgment from you. You tried to slay us upon coming here, upon your friend's invitation.
no, she considered it. And
If
given
you
that you
threaten
you've
them,
actually killed people, I mean, I think you should be a little more understanding of that.
Oh, threatening to kill and defending one's god are two different things here in topsy-turvy world.
I
Well,
don't
this
think
is
he
a
meant
very
that.
exciting diversion. I'm wondering now that Goliath is here, if we could perhaps talk about what we were here to talk about.
Yeah, I gotta get back to that pig.
there's a deeper agenda. All right.
They want to kill the God King. I mean, that's as deep as an agenda gets.
Right. Well, hearing this uprising in Mine Top, that potentially could do well for us. Are there perhaps enough supporters that we could mount a considerable looking rebellion of sorts?
It's mostly men and women in their 40s and older. I don't know if I'd want to mount a rebellion based on that.
But they are all miners, and they all are very strong. So maybe.
The
Strong like
sentiment's not
mules.
unheard of in Blasphemy. It's not like people here are ecstatic about the God King. If anything, they probably share a lot of sentiments with the citizens of Mine Top.
Who would the God King send to quell this
Hmm.
insurrection? What type of people would he send?
The Royal Guard,
Hmm.
Trenchelt.
Yeah, I think we should first make the God King figuratively bleed and cripple his what's the word I'm looking for? Infrastructure.
Infrastructure. Okay.
And
So
then,
you want us to be termites?
yeah, eat away at the foundation, and then the whole thing's gonna collapse in on itself.
Exactly.
Hey, what's that tablet?
It's a thing for
Mm.
you.
I don't
Explain it,
remember the
Redmond.
word. It's a fancy word.
Philomector.
I think
Phylactery.
Phylactery.
I think
Sounds
it's
like
an
sounds like an
iPad.
organ.
Yes, it's a phylactery.
If
made
it's a
of stone.
phylactery, you'd probably
Big
want a
red.
necromancer to take a look at it.
If
All
only,
right,
if only
everyone
we
stand
knew.
behind me, and I'll take a look at it.
If only
And
there was
he's-
a necromancer.
We
He's
only have a
gonna-
cleric for the dead. It's about the same thing, though.
I
Okay.
know some things about necromancy. You know, I wouldn't say I'm a necromancer.
Oh,
I'd
I
say I'm a
wouldn't have
delightful-
guessed.
I'm just a delightful little cleric. You know, I'm not a necromancer, but I know some things. Everyone stand behind me. I don't want to look at you because my thoughts are not private. And then he's gonna untie the scarf and look at the tablet.
I elbow Beans like, check this out.
Okay. You know that this writing style is ancient. The letters are of an ancient script. You'd estimate them to be about 200 years old just by looking at them. But the letters themselves are thousands of years old and looks like it comes from the area of Brassfane before Brassfane disappeared into the sky.
It looks like well, the tablet itself looks about 200 years old, but the words look far older. It's some ancient script indicative of early Brassvine before it disappeared. Yeah.
Okay, and roll me knowledge arcana.
You got this.
That was a bad roll. Like it. Okay. 18 plus intelligence, which is, I think,
4.
18 plus 5 is 23.
That's a very impressive roll. And you know that this is not a phylactery. It uses similar magics, and it feeds off strong emotion. You can tell that, but you don't know what it actually is supposed to be.
And this artifact, right, feeds off of strong emotions. It might explain why everyone in fucking Brassvane always seems so glum, right? possibly.
Might also explain why they're looking at putting the others in. They referred to it as fountains of misery.
Fountains of misery.
Oh,
They have people scouting right now for the most miserable places in Brassfang to put them.
you froze for like the briefest seconds after fountains for me.
Fountains of misery.
Do I know this?
Nope.
Is this something used to? Oh, have you told us? Are you telling all of us this so I can ask questions?
Is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
something I know since I've been here?
Nope.
Okay.
Are they using this to possibly? Are they putting it in very desperate areas to charge it or to gain power in some way by removing that?
Well, I would assume anywhere where there's a high level of intrapersonal activity, right? Like a city has a lot of stress and a lot of emotions running through it, right? Or, somewhere miserable might bring out bad emotions, like, I don't know, a swamp. I feel pretty shitty in a swamp.
Oh, they're marvelous things. They smell great.
You get dirty and there's dead things that that aren't like gonna come back to life ever. They're just decaying. It's sad. It's a waste.
Well, or
I'm
maybe
not a
they're
necromancer, I swear.
or maybe they're putting them in places to influence the people in that area. Like maybe they put something with a negative connotation in a city or in a part of a city, and they can just depress and make sad everyone that lives nearby.
Actually, if these were used to suck out the joys of religion, that would make the de facto benefactor of all worship be the God King. So maybe they're putting them in churches, mate.
And are you guys listening to the speaking tubes?
Yes.
Yes.
Always.
Excuse me! Ring ding ding. Excuse me, good bartender. I tracked down that bum I told you about.
Oh shit.
And I ate his brain. As I do.
We
You
gotta go.
lied to me.
We gotta go.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Here is your summons as punishment for lying to me. You will appear in court in 1 week.
Yo, you guys, do you think we could take him? We cannot let him leave.
Is it possible to kill him? What's involved in killing a mind flayer? I just need to know.
Do I know that this is like a borderline impossible task for us right now?
Roll my intelligence.
Oh, no, my first nat one in a long time.
No.
Okay, wait. I also have high
Wait, I
intelligence.
have
and I've lived here
inspiration.
for a long time.
Fuck
Can
you, I
roll
have
you?
inspiration because I washed my socks.
Clip that.
Somebody clip that.
16 plus... wait, 16 plus what?
5, I think, for your intelligence.
Yeah, 5. So 21.
Okay, Candelario looks around. So this is a bad idea, right? I think you three should come down with me, and I, as your lawyer, explain that we'll fib our way out of this. We will fib our way out of this, okay? Does
By
that
we,
sound good
we
to
you'll
everybody?
do all the talking, right? Because we shouldn't help.
Oh, I'm a perfectly good helper.
I think Revenant and I should do most of the talking.
That's fair.
All right,
Big
but
Red-
all three
Big Red
of
and I
you
would
should
be
be
very
there with
quiet.
us.
I'm getting another lemonade.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Really good.
let's go downstairs. And you guys make your way out of the rat's nest and downstairs. And sure enough, there is a mind flare in the door writing a summons on a piece of paper for Leonard. And he looks up from the table and he goes, "Ah, just the 3 people I was looking for. So tell
Good
me.
day.
Tell me. And just tell me the truth. and he like extends his tentacles out and feels around the air like he's wrapping them in front of your skulls, like he's wrapping them around there, just a little offset.
Right, I'll admit it, you're attractive.
Oh, but no, this is not the problem.
Oh, sorry.
There are 127,652 mines currently in Blasphemy, and I can read all of them. I can read all of them but 3.
Yeah, don't put that thing near my face again, please.
So, I just want you 3 to know that I'm keeping an eye on you.
You're
We
welcome.
should do lunch sometime. But for now, let's have a chat. Shall we?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. Oh, if it isn't Willibrin Thrasher.
Oh,
Welcome. Leonard, how about we get drinks on the house for our wonderful guests here? Seems like they're having a very important meeting that has
I would
nothing to
like
do
a
with
cask
us.
of water to soak in while we speak.
Sure, we will find some water somewhere in this.
I will pay you a normal rate for this thing.
We don't exactly have rates for a casket of water large enough to sit in, but you know what? We'll work it out.
Brine it up for me.
Brine it
can
up?
I have a
Fill with salt.
casket of beer to sit in?
He wants to fill with salt.
We don't have that many large I will be back. I will go find a large container for you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and I think we're just going to pause right there for our break.
Good day and well met. Thank you for watching Nat 1 Heroes. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, smash that notifications bell, and remember. Well, I don't know what you should remember, but remember.
Remember something.